what that they don't number gonna Lamina de la Ten.
So in this way, in all the time and aspect that concentrating into the Guru Yoga practice, and that just doing it properly, the supplication prayers, it is always important.
Guru Rinpoche, to Sumji Sanji, Tamji, Tindi Dani.
Of course, that Guru Padmasambhava is the just completely condensed nature of all the past, present, and future Buddha.
Karva Drum Mabajangani, to some Sanji to say Shilala Tene, Guru Mochung Yavachiris.
So, from countless eons before, that out of the great compassion and blessing of all the Buddhas, that it is manifested in form of Guru Padmasambhava. So Guru Padmasambhava, that the appearance of being, the enlightened nature is gone beyond birth and death and old and youth.
Durjanaji Nongole, or Sata Kutumbi Surat, and then Damino 10 years returned to Jerome Vajiris.
So just only for the to tame the ordinary sentient beings, then it appears like there is a kind of born and then pass away, but in reality there is no any change in its nature.
Konle Soratana, Kon Debandogo, Tamchiti, Trubatis.
So if one supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava, then whatever one's wishes or desires are can be totally accomplished.
Nela Soba Neri, Kana Kolayam, Kola Nin Topana Sorata, Potent Nation, Tamchi Pengiris.
So even like one's certain kind of sickness and including afflictive emotions that wants to pacify, then if one supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava, definitely one can just pacify and receive all those blessings. Even that for our worldly needs, wealth and finance and so forth, that whatever we need to fulfill our wishes, also if we supplicate to him, one can just accomplish. So whatever it may be like a sickness or negative forces attack or any kind of problem or obstacle, if one supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava, one can just get rid of everything.
Noble Cheba Jachimo Burna, Coronjin to Nibali, what the Momboji say no Lonsella Soba Soratana Mombojin Dugiros.
So in the fortunate eons, then there is the wishful feeling gem that which is existing, and then as people just if one have, then do all those supplication and prayer to it and just go through the kind of proper practice, then one could fulfill all the wishes whatever one need, including clothing and foods and wealth and so forth. So that is also just existing there, depending upon the accumulations of merit of the beings. And these days, since we doesn't have enough of those merit, so maybe possible those wish fulfilling gems are existing, but we could not find or we could not fulfill our wishes.
Guru Rinpoche Namchile Shilla Yeba Namchile Meba Tindi Kadayong Regmarks.
So for like Guru Padmasambhava, that there never ever happens that sometimes he have blessing and sometimes doesn't have.
Naron soke loji number tobate nye mombaki tinudi tene ronso so shenla tongu tom date yongi yoris.
So it is only just because of our own mind, which is obscured by all these afflictive emotions and negativities, that which sometimes one could not receive blessings and sometimes could receive something. So it is just all because of these conceptual thoughts. So that is why one always try to work hard to get rid of all these conceptual thoughts and the afflictive emotions. So everything that we could not accomplish within our practices, in spiritually, and also our worldly activities is just because of the all sorts of thoughts and afflictive emotions, that which itself is disturbing and creating all these obstacles and obstructions. So it is constantly we are having all these sorts of that hesitation or doubt. Maybe one could accomplish, maybe not, or maybe it is existing or not. In that way, it is got disturbed. So the doubt is just kind of very negative in that way. So it is also difficult to even just abandon these doubts. Even we really know, but still we have the doubt. So just having doubt that where within this lifetime or even in the future, that which always kind of cause obstruction, that there is no way anything can work out. So in that way, if one just supplicate to Guru Padmasambhava with single-pointed devotion, without a tiny bit of the doubt, then definitely one can receive the blessing through that power.
Guru Rinpoche, Sanye Ki Sane, the Jesor, Lonu Simbi, Nishando, you got a Beji Jaro. So after that, Guru Padmasambhava completed the Samya monastery in Tibet, and then he need to leave to the copper-colored mountain, and then with the whole bunch of the Tibetan king, minister, and then the subject, they all just for farewell, they went to the Kungdang Laga. So So they were at the Kungdang La for few days, and then from the northwest direction, all these Dakinis that they came with the horse to just invite Guru Pamasambhava.
Then Guru Rinpoche cheva chimne tinik nankanias pawne tini yon chim Rinpoche yayavas.
So Guru Pamasambhava that as he ride the horse and then kind of just flew up in the space, and still he gave a whole bunch of instructions.
Then Guru Rinpoche kongla 저런서 손대 시트나 콩로는 심비니 가요 숨에 저런도 예매도 예수를.
So at that point, Guru Pamasambhava said that if you could supplicate me properly, then I haven't gone to anywhere to the just the northwest channel ground. I'm always inseparable from you all.
Guru Rinpoche 공소로서 nengo네 서라다 tunna 예수 대성을 예나 공사로 따지 뭐지 오니마 증거를 뭐지 고생했는데 그래서 근데 해도요.
So it is been said that if one has the devotion and supplicate to Guru Pamasambhava, then he is just right away there near the kind of pillow. But then these days people make fun of it and saying, "Oh, Guru Pamasambhava is waiting there at the kind of door."
Maso pele Guru Rinpoche di tamale kangara yungi tu te shopiche tu sharim doya pe mombo yores.
So that in the degenerating period of time, Guru Pamasambhava has given so many different practices and pujas to clear out all those negativities.
Then chepatu nyayong chente chuchi lodogi lasa ne shane da changso johono men Guru Rinpoche toso sunji hin te ya bo ji do lo chuchu temale pela njora mengsu kongi ngena sumaras.
For instance, that the Jayang Khyentse Chokulote, when he arrived to Lhasa, then he mentioned that if you guys build a Guru Pamasambhava statue about 3-story, then at least 60 years there will be no any kind of problem or any difficulty for Tibet.
Guru Rinpoche Mizuji Tasam, Tosareson, Petitureson, Diamareton, Deunguru Devachamojaha, Milosona Jirema, Guru Nosusuna Hiamaris.
So finally, that somehow they didn't really do exactly what it is instructed. Instead of that, they built about like a human size or about 10 feet size of Guru Pamasambhava, which is also not the Nangsi Silden, which means splendor over the existing. Instead of that, they built a Guru Tewachimbo, which is the great blissful Guru, which is kind of like a Indian Pandita.
Juji Lord Gonton the Persecutor, they got on baking, Tangurum was not in a total to Mason, Yangur de Timot, put the Joseph attended here, Tapan Tessele, Karegus are curious.
Then when Jayang Khyentse Rinpoche came to Sikkim in the northern part of India, then they just reported to him that we could not build the Guru Pamasambhava, the Nangsi Sinun. Instead of that, we built about 10 foot high a Guru Tewachimbo. So now just what it would be.
Then the teacher Yata, Nay Shiva de Church or the Lavi, Church of Majena, Tangasoachi me, Guru Dea Chimbojagarma, Losona, and Toronto, Pevate the Jagara and Joy.
At that point, then Jayakam Rinpoche said that, oh, you didn't do what I have instructed. Now just whatever it is kind of, just done. So maybe it is kind of possible that some of the Tibetans, they could get to, India. And then somehow he was kind of, sad. And then he covered up his head and then he started kind of, crying.
So if that
Guru Pamasambhava's that statue was built, then just by this time about 40 years and more, about 20 more years in Tibet, there would be still that Dharma is flourishing. So those all are just because of being doubted, nothing else.
Guru Rinpoche Tujishila Dende Jachimo Yevadio Hamago Odan Chujilo Dena Sumba de lo Chaja Major Lamala Yichi Majishangi de Yongures.
So in one way, not understanding that how much the great compassion and care that Guru Pamasambhava have to all beings, and on the other hand, that they didn't just have confidence or trust to what Jayakam has prophesied.
America, oh, Neshi, Nakeba Najachimbo.
So even in America also, just where you say, oh, I know, and have a big ego. When something happens similar like that, then there is a kind of big mistake can be done. Once one have that pride, then one cannot see anybody's quality.
Oh, the nation, the making the council, Toronto Deba Meguji, then Nyane Abuchi, then Turker Candidago.
She knew it.
Oh, all right. Teacher, oh, my Hineda about the dirt, they met on the song, choosing Nyane.
Yeah, so now I have nothing more to say that you are receiving this. The Shamatha, the first year texture students stay here, and rest you all just get into your places to continue with your practices.
Thank you.